Autonomous vehicles that haven't been trained on real-world emergency scenarios are already driving through American cities, and sometimes straight through active police standoffs. This is Mission Control. Here's the situation. December 1st, 2025, 3:40 a.m., downtown Los Angeles, Broadway and 1st Street. LAPD officers have guns drawn on a suspect lying face down next to a white pickup truck. Police helicopters circling overhead with infrared cameras. The intersection is an active crime scene with guns drawn. See, this isn't the first time Waymo vehicles have failed when confronted with edge cases they weren't trained on. September of 2025, Atlanta, Georgia. A Waymo approached a stopped school bus with flashing red lights and an extended stop arm. Children were getting off. The Waymo stopped briefly, then drove around the bus anyway. The incident is now under federal investigation by the NHTSA. August through November of 2025, Austin, Texas. The Austin Independent School District documented 19 separate incidents of Waymo vehicles illegally passing stopped school buses, 19 times in 3 months. Children were visible in 6 of those incidents. The district had to demand Waymo suspend operations during school hours. The pattern is clear. When Waymo vehicles encounter situations they haven't been trained on, police operations, school buses with children, hostage scenarios, they either freeze, proceed incorrectly, or trap people. These cars are trained on millions of miles of predictable driving, highway merges, traffic lights, lane changes. They excel at routine scenarios. But human life isn't routine. Human life is chaos, edge cases, unpredictability. No amount of training data can prepare an algorithm for every possible scenario. Imagine this. You're riding in a Waymo. Late at night, you're heading home from the airport. Suddenly, you hear gunshots. You look out the window and see people running. The car keeps driving. You try to tell it to stop. You're yelling at the screen, but nothing happens. The car's algorithm has decided this route is optimal. It doesn't understand active shooter. It sees an open road, and you can't override it. Or imagine you hail a Waymo for your commute to work, and the car drives past a stopped school bus, your kid's school bus, with the red lights flashing, with children crossing. The Waymo doesn't stop because it's calculated no one is directly in its path. Or imagine you're in a Waymo during an active police standoff, guns drawn, helicopter overhead. The car proceeds through the midst of it all, and you're trapped inside. You can't open the doors, you can't take control, and the officers can't even stop the vehicle. These aren't science fiction scenarios. These are real incidents that have already happened, and they're going to keep happening. Because Waymo just announced they're expanding into multiple metro areas in 2026 and beyond. More major US cities, thousands more vehicles, millions more passengers, more edge cases, more chaos, more situations where people could be trapped with no way to take control. Take my local area of St. Louis. You think you can train a car to handle St. Louis? The unpredictability, the chaos, the drug addicts and Fenty leans at 2 a.m. on Del Mar Loop? You really think you can program for that? You can't. But Waymo is betting they can. They're betting that edge cases are rare enough, that the benefits outweigh the risks, that you'll accept being trapped in emergency scenarios as the price of admission. Are you willing to accept that? You see, we've been here before. In the 1960s, cars were killing 40,000 Americans a year. Automakers weren't installing seatbelts. They weren't designing crumple zones. They weren't prioritizing safety at all, because rushing products to market was more profitable. So, in 1965, a lawyer named Ralph Nader published Unsafe at Any Cost, exposing how car companies knew their vehicles were death traps and sold them anyway. Citizens read it. Families of victims organized. Doctors testified. Regular people demanded change. Within a year, Congress passed federal safety standards. Seatbelts became mandatory. Crash tests became required. The auto industry fought this. They said it would kill innovation. They said it was government overreach. Still lost. Why? Because people like you refused to accept preventable deaths as the cost of progress. See, technology changes, but human nature doesn't. So, the tactics that forced automakers to prioritize safety in the 60s, those can still work today. So in the wake of a guaranteed near future where autonomous robo-vehicles that haven't been trained on emergency edge cases are coming to a city near you, here's what you can do. Plan Alpha, accessible. If all you can do is show up to your city council meeting, then congratulations, because that is the most important thing that we must do. Show up. Tell the people you're concerned about autonomous vehicles operating without passenger overrides. Austin parents filmed Waymo's passing school buses and brought that footage to their school district. The districts confronted Waymo. Waymo issued a software update. One voice created very real change. Plan Bravo, advanced. If you can organize, do that. Start a neighborhood safety committee. Host public forums, invite city officials and local police. Make autonomous vehicle safety a local issue that demands attention. Support organizations working on autonomous vehicle accountability and amplify their work. Be a part of the solution. Plan Charlie, all in. If you're ready to make this your life's work, your mission, then do it. Work at the NHTSA on AV safety regulations. Join an autonomous vehicle safety organization. Become a journalist investigating these incidents. Or run for office on a platform of smart AV and safe AI regulation. Design emergency override systems. Draft legislation requiring passenger controls in autonomous vehicles. Make this your life's calling. The people who forced automakers to install seatbelts weren't special. They were citizens who refused to accept preventable deaths. You can do the same. You must do the same. Now is the time for us to show the world what we're made of. Now's the time for us to come together and decide what sort of future we want to have with AI, because these robots are not going anywhere. Grassroots action, people organizing discussions around what the future in American society with AI should look like, synthesizing those key insights, and collaborating with domain experts, technologists, and policymakers on laws, procedures, and frameworks. Waymo built cars with no passenger override, no emergency stop button, no way for you to take control when the algorithm makes the wrong call. They're betting you'll accept that. Prove them wrong. You see, those passengers on December 1st were trapped for 15 seconds in the middle of a police operation with guns drawn. They couldn't steer, couldn't brake, couldn't escape. Next time, it might be longer. Next time, it might be a child or your spouse or you. The question isn't whether Waymo vehicles will encounter more edge cases they can't handle. They will. The question is whether we will demand safety measures before someone gets seriously hurt. In 1965, regular people decided automakers couldn't keep killing them. They organized, they fought, and they won. You can do the same thing. Starting today, starting local, starting right now. This has been Mission Control, your hub in the AI takeover. If today's briefing served you, then please subscribe to our channel and join our movement. Like this video so that YouTube's robot overlords are well pleased. Also, if you know someone who could benefit from joining our movement, then please share this video with them. Join us as we seek to build a future where AI serves humanity, not the other way around. Until next time, stay sharp, stay informed. I'm your host, Elroy Waters. Waters out.